Welcome to this month's Lawyers Weekly Law Report. We begin with a story on the lawyers that secured the release of Aljazeera journalist Peter Greste. We also bring you the views of prominent silk Julian Burnside on the treatment of asylum seekers, followed by an update on the Perth market in the wake of the oil price collapse. And find out how a corporate lawyer found solace from the stress of legal work at pole dancing classes. A team of Gilbert and Tobin lawyers, together with a Sydney barrister, helped save Aljazeera journalist Peter Greste from a 7-year jail sentence in Egypt. After 400 days in prison, Greste walked free on February 2nd and has since returned home to Brisbane. G&T partner Chris Flynn, who led the team of lawyers, told Lawyers Weekly, "We were very pleased and very privileged to help secure Peter's release." Another prominent barrister, Julian Burnside QC, has told Lawyers Weekly that Australian lawyers have an obligation to speak out against laws that allow unjustifiable breaches of human rights. He said, "I think all lawyers, especially, have an obligation to look at the law and see whether it is justifiable." Burnside will deliver a keynote speech addressing human rights issues at the Australian Lawyers for Human Rights annual dinner next month. Speaking with Lawyers Weekly ahead of the event, he said he was particularly concerned by the current refugee situation. "You see in Australia resentment about boat people, which is almost inexplicable," he remarked. In other news, Perth-based firms are spruiking their corporate services as the resources sector battles to cope with tumbling oil prices. Stuart Barrymore, an energy and resources partner at Herbert Smith Freehills, admitted that he was concerned by spending cuts and project delays in the resources sector following the oil price crash. However, he told Lawyers Weekly that a range of legal work has arisen out of the challenging conditions. Contract variations and litigation are two examples of the kind of work that is propping up Herbert Smith Freehills' energy and resources practice in Perth. Many matters relate to contractors hired for exploration projects that are now in doubt. Barrymore said, "The big companies simply cannot afford to continue to operate under the terms and conditions they agreed to a few years ago." Looking at the lighter side of the law, a corporate lawyer in Sydney has become a world-renowned pole dancer. Michelle Shimmy said she was very unhappy in corporate law before taking up regular pole dancing classes 8 years ago. She told the Daily Telegraph that she felt like a square peg in a round hole in the ultra-conservative environment of corporate law, revealing that she would often sneak off to pole dancing classes at lunchtime and tell her workmates that she was at yoga. That's it for this month's Law Report. You can follow us on LinkedIn, check out our Facebook page, or see all the breaking news on the Lawyers Weekly website.